Good morning. It is October 15th, 2024, and it really feels like autumn today in Wisconsin. I think it's like 45 degrees and breezy, so I'm excited. This is my favorite time of year, and my favorite time of any month are the days when I get to bring Taco Tuesday to our members. So I am joined today by four of our stellar vendor partners to talk about what they have to offer for WiLS members. And in order to keep the thing rolling here, I am going to turn things over to our first presenter coming to us from Infobase, which is Carter Cook. Carter, I'm going to stop sharing my screen if you're ready to take over.
Okay, I am.
All right.
Welcome, everyone. And I am actually in Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas, and it still feels like summer here. So we're going to be in the 90s today. I'm going to share my screen. Like I said, my name's Carter Cook. I'm an account manager with Infobase, and today I want to give you an overview of our two science databases, Science Online and Today's Science. And for the sake of time, I'm going to use screenshots today, but they were taken this morning from the actual databases. First one is Science Online, and it offers a comprehensive overview of a broad range of scientific disciplines. From the homepage, you can explore resources through the continuously updated sliders, or you use the navigation tools to the right. The first slider features our e-learning modules, and Science Online features 10 of these modules. They cover biomes in the earth, cells, energy in the environment, essential chemistry, genetics and evolution, global warming, green technology, the human body, how it works, physics in action, and the plant world. So a pretty wide variety there of scientific topics. The modules provide an in-depth exploration of that core science subject with an extensive sequential articles, key videos and animations, diagrams and images, and glossaries. And some of the modules contain educator support materials that include the learning objectives, discussion questions, and assessments. So here are the diagrams and videos that are contained in the developmental biology module. And then here's an example of the glossary and chronology of that module. Some of our e-learning modules include educator support materials. So this one on the human body, notice where it says lesson plans. And the lesson plans for e-learning modules contain the learning objective, discussion questions, assessment questions with an answer key, which is key, and then student-based project ideas. Science Online contains over 1,600 experiments, and of those 1,600, more than 300 are interactive. The experiments can be filtered by middle or high school grades, the amount of educator supervision required, so do you want it to be an independent activity or a guided activity, if the experiment is designed for an individual or for a small group completion, and if the experiment's going to take more than an hour to complete. So would it be something that you assign, or is it something that could be done during class time? You can also filter by the science or math topic, and you can limit the results to just interactive science experiments. And like I said, there were 323 interactive science experiments, and interactive meaning they would complete the experiment on their device. So every interactive experiment begins with an introduction, a materials list, which are provided, and instructions. In this experiment, which these are screenshots, it's not live, this requires a student to drag and drop objects to the top of the inclined plane and then record the results. So once the student has measured the two distances of the inclined plane, he or she can then begin measuring the acceleration of the ball and the marble. And each trial is recorded into a data table, and the student uses the data to calculate the acceleration. Once the trials are completed, an analysis of the observations is provided along with the answers. Back to the homepage, the sliders are updated regularly to feature specific resources, but you can also browse by the type of resource that you're looking for. So as I just shown you earlier, There's more than 2,300 diagrams that cover biology, chemistry, earth science, environmental science, marine science, physics, space and astronomy, weather and climate. We also have a variety of data charts and tables for quick reference, and the data tables provide quick reference that can be easily added to print or online lesson presentations. We also have searchable timelines that are categorized by subject and by era, ERA, and updated monthly. In this example, I searched the computer science timeline for the term Apple, and the timeline automatically adjusted to the time frame 1974 to 2011, which is when Steve Jobs, the founder of Apple, passed away from pancreatic cancer. Science Online also includes more than 4,000 video clips, many specifically produced for Science Online. In this example, I'm showcasing math resources that are available in Science Online. Animated demonstrations are ideal for math and science concepts, and this video demonstrates how to graph linear equations. The videos can also be used for reteach, remediation, and all videos include full text transcripts that are searchable, and they display right below the video player. They also include a record URL, which is a persistent link that will always take you back to that video. There's closed captioning, and it provides the runtimes. The transcripts are downloadable so they can be printed or posted to a learning management system or a course management system. Lastly, I want to point out Science Online's A to Z list of topics and the topic centers, and there is a difference. The A to Z topic search allows you to navigate directly to the term you're looking for, or you can narrow it down by subject. You can also narrow the results to biography because Science Online contains over 300 science-related biographies. Most people don't think to go look in a science database for biographical information, but it is in there. Also in search results, I want to point out when you're looking at the different types of search results by resource type, the news tab in the search results. Science Online contains a news feed that's updated each morning to ensure coverage of timely topics and scientific discoveries. They're posted on the homepage under Science in the News, which I did a little screen grab there to the right. And the news feed can be searched at any time using just a basic keyword search or the advanced search options. When you see them in the search results, you can then view the most recent news articles. They'll appear at the top, but then you can filter by date as well. So it is an archive of news articles as well. So what's the difference between the A to Z, topic search, and the topic centers? Each topic center includes a series of editor-selected overview articles, suggested keyword searches, key videos and animations, printable experiments, some diagrams, specific tables and data, and a comprehensive topic timeline. The topic centers have been curated to compose almost like a virtual study guide for the most researched scientific disciplines. This includes biology, chemistry, computer science, earth science, environmental science, marine science, space astronomy, and physics. Each topic center includes a series of editor-selected overview articles, and then the related diagrams, the related experiments, and key videos that were selected for that. And then you have your related tables and data and a timeline. Each topic center contains a timeline. And like I said, this is editor curated content pulled out of the database specific to these frequently researched topics. Now, in comparison to Science Online, there's Today's Science, which covers a lot of the same scientific content, but you'll see it's presented differently, and Today's Science offers some features that are unique to this database. For one thing, in the navigation, you'll notice that you can navigate through the right, but in Today's Science, there's also a drop-down menu up at the top, the toolbar, often referred to as the hamburger menu. So students and teachers and educators can browse from the home page, or they can use that collapsed menu icon, the hamburger menu in the upper left corner. Today's Science contains more than 6,000 original articles written in easy to understand language and Today's science highlights the most important advances in fields such as anthropology, including archaeology, astronomy and space, biology, chemistry, earth science, environment, mathematics, medicine and health, physics, psychology, science and society, and technology. And each article may include videos, images, and diagrams. Today's science includes an extensive hyperlinked list of topics covering virtually the entire scope of STEM. So whether students are looking for the latest developments in various topic areas such as immunology, green energy, human behavior, or even El Nino, today's science provides easy and quick access to virtually any topic in science. You can filter by the topic, and then you can drill down further by subtopic. Here I'm going to read the article about how people perceive color under the subtopic brain and neurology. And what I like about filtering by subtopic, if you're a librarian or an instructor who's trying to teach students the research process, databases like this that let you drill down to topics help them narrow, define, or broaden their topic search. So in this one, Between the Lines, How People Perceive Color, there's an extensive glossary of key scientific terms and principles in the A to Z index, as well as pop-up glossaries throughout the database. So this encourages science literacy and science vocabulary development. And then if you see filed under tags and related articles, that helps readers understand the topic in relation to the broader and other related topics. And like I said, it helps students understand the research process and defining that topic. So in today's science, there's over 20,000 images, photographs, diagrams, and charts. And each article in today's science includes a full bibliography of information sources, the journal abstracts, a list of keywords from the article, and discussion questions designed to encourage critical thinking. A unique feature is that today's science includes more than 800 Q&As with today's leading scientists across virtually every field of science. You click in the sidebar under Conversations with Scientists. It's also featured on the homepage. You just got to scroll down a little bit to it. And each Q&A includes a brief introduction, including a synopsis of the scientist's career development, their academic affiliations, their awards and achievements. And then the articles explore the how and why of the scientist's research, as well as their perspectives on the latest developments in their field and the career paths that they followed to achieve their goals. There are in-text links that are provided to related articles, associations, and institutions. So these articles serve as a primary source document, but then they're also hyperlinked to other supporting materials. So if it really catches a student's attention or piques their interest, it's a place that they can jump off of and then explore that topic further that scientist may have referred to. So here's an example Q&A. And I just did 2 screenshots side by side so you could see it together. And then if you need a research topic, because sometimes that's the problem, students can't even identify their research topic, today's science includes summaries of key topics with links to related articles to help jumpstart that student research. The broad research topic is at the top of the page. Articles and other resources within that broad topic are listed below, and students can quickly explore another research topic by selecting from the right side toolbar. So very easy to explore, decide yay or nay, move on to the next thing. The video news briefs. This extends coverage of breaking science news. It features hundreds of science video news briefs with more added weekly, providing real-world examples to teach applied science. Today's Science also includes hundreds of original interactive crossword puzzles to help students learn and retain key scientific terms and concepts used in the Today's Science news articles. The crossword puzzles are also available in a printable format. Crossword puzzles offer challenging brain teasers that focus on science. They also incentivize cloze reading, CLOZE, of articles and reinforce understanding of key concepts. The crossword puzzles can be downloaded into a PDF document with the answer key included. However, the online puzzle is interactive and allows the player to reveal a letter or word to a clue. So if you ever do any of the online, like New York Times crossword puzzles, it operates very much the same way. Also kind of unique to Today's Science are the editorial cartoons and questions. Today's Science contains hundreds of editorial cartoons chosen specifically to support and illustrate scientific principles and engage students in that critical thinking. And here's a listing of them. Here's an example of one of the political cartoons and the questions that were developed with the political cartoon for students to kind of flesh out what is the idea, what is the message being sent or intended. Also, we have a glossary of key terms. There's an extensive glossary of more than 9,000 key scientific terms and principles, and there's also an A to Z index. Searchable alphabetically. Also unique to Today's Science is the Year in Science. So every January, we put together an article summarizing the major events in science news from throughout the previous year, complete with links to related articles, discussion questions, and more. And notice you can search back, I believe, as far back as 2004. There's also educator and student tools. Today's Science provides assignments and research tools that help students speak and educators teach about science, including tips for students on analyzing those editorial cartoons and primary sources, how to evaluate online sources, how to avoid plagiarism, and more related. Advice for educators on assigning the crossword puzzles, conducting the experiments, how to prevent plagiarism, how to discuss the editorial cartoons, and how to use primary sources in class. And then for both products, Science Online and Today's Science, Infobase has a support site for both databases. Our support site contains how-to articles that provide step-by-step instructions with screenshots to take you through how to navigate the tools and features of each database. So if you have any questions or you want more information or would even like to set up a trial, feel free to contact me and I will get you set up.
Thank you so much, Carter. I think this is the first deep dive I've actually seen of these two products, particularly Today's Science. I don't think I really delved into before, so it was really cool to see that. I really appreciate you showing that to us today.
Thank you, Jeff.
Right. I'm going to just very briefly tee us up for our next. I keep saying tee us up as if I play golf. I don't golf. I don't even know if I'm using that term correctly, but I'm going to get us ready for our next presenter. Coming to us to talk to us about PebbleGo is Marty. Marty, are you all set to take over?
Yeah, thanks so much, Jeff. Really appreciate it. I'm Marty Domicon. I'm the Wisconsin rep for Capstone and PebbleGo. Thank you, WiLS, and thank you for the Taco Tuesday opportunity. We've got some good slides to share from Capstone and give you kind of an update on PebbleGo and what's going on from the folks at Capstone. And today we'll kind of give you just, a quick overview and give you some really nice things to dive into after watching the Taco Tuesday, and then you can try it out and demo it at your school and really get a good feel for all the new features whenever you have time for that. So that'll work out really well. Jeff will be sending out all of these slides later in the week, he mentioned. So if you see something that goes by kind of quickly, don't worry, because it's all recorded. You'll have it for posterity soon enough, and you can go back and review it whenever you need. So we'll kind of keep things moving along at a quicker pace here. Just some of the things we'll talk about quickly is the PebbleGo suite has been refreshed. You may have noticed that in your subscription. It's a little, just some minor tweaks, but just a little nicer usability. I've got some ways to expand your great content from Capstone. We've also got Connect and Create, our digital tools, and I've got some free resources and school support. Capstone has really added some nice new options for you, and they're all free. That's what's terrific about it. If you're a PebbleGo subscriber, you can just dive in and you can share it with community, with staff, with whoever needs to see the materials, and you can really share it out. And then we have some fall specials. It's important that if you like something you see on the fall special, that you kind of move ahead on that this fall before December 15th, when they will expire. There's some price increases probably on the near horizon for January. So I would say to get moving on those if you're interested. So we'll tell you about those and we'll move ahead here. Here's the Capstone, kind of the full suite of everything. We've got just some fantastic content, more than 10,000 different print titles published by Capstone, and really forms the foundation for all of the materials that we bring through PebbleGo, our digital resources. And Connect kind of like puts it all together around our standards. So that's just the visual, kind of the larger picture. Okay, so PebbleGo, this is a really popular resource around the state of Wisconsin. The majority of our elementaries are enjoying PebbleGo in their buildings, and thank you so much for those who do subscribe and are looking for even more. So we've got some good options here. You'll notice kind of on the top level there, the navigation has been refreshed. So instead of those 3 tabs, now we've got separate icons. So you can click on those to get to the different content and the different digital tools, and really gives you a nice way to get to everything that PebbleGo has to offer. So this is sort of an overview of everything from the print books, 10,000 plus print books. We have the Capstone Interactive, which are over 6,000 ebooks to choose from. We have PebbleGo Next, which is the new level of PebbleGo that's a little bit higher. It's very much geared for upper elementary. We also have a lot of middle schools that are picking it up on its own to serve a high-low audience at the middle school level. So it's some really high interest stuff. And then Spanish, K2 is now available. Next year, 3.5 will be coming. So you've got some new things there. And then the digital tools. Connect and Create are the 2 digital pieces that really allow you and your students to take a deep dive into the PebbleGo content and create their own content, and also for your teachers to create your own lesson plans built around the PebbleGo and the Capstone content and share it out with classrooms. So these are some really nice practical tools, and they've been winning lots of awards. So we're really proud of that. We're happy to tell you about these. And if you need to know more about that, just send us an email. We're happy to do that. So the suite has been refreshed for fall. PebbleGo and PebbleGo Next is the next higher level of content. If you have the original, the PebbleGo is the K2, and then the PebbleGo Next would be the higher level for 3.5 or for middle schools. We now have WiLS has the opportunity to quote a middle school just on its own if you just want Next. If you don't want the lower level materials, the original ones, and just want to go right to the PebbleGo Next, you can do that now on its own. So that's a really nice feature, way to really expand the outreach that we have and the usability, really get your students engaged in all the great PebbleGo content and research opportunities here. One thing that's really nice is now we have the educator tools. So if you click on the settings or click on the educator link, you'll pop up your own screen. This is not what the students see. This is what the educators see. So you can see what content your school subscribes to, as well as the digital tools, which would be Create, which would be Connect. You've got class projects, you've got educator tools. You can take deeper dives into that. There's some rostering opportunities, and we now have a nice integration with some of the LMSs, and I'll tell you a little bit more about those in a future slide here. And everything connects in with that consistent look and feel of PebbleGo. So everywhere you go, you have all of that great information. In the last probably 18 to 24 months now, PebbleGo has really done a great job updating everything so its usability is fantastic. Accessibility for students of all abilities, all learning styles, all the universal access that you want is covered here. And that's what's great, because PebbleGo has always been a whole building resource. It's really something that gives you something for everyone. And that's what's great, to house it out of the Library Media Center to really give it that full access into all of your classrooms and all of your students, whether they're at home or at school. So you've got a lot of great stuff here, extended learning, and that professional read aloud audio that's available for every single entry and every single Capstone ebook. These are professionally done by authors. They are not AI generated voices. These are the real deal, the real actors hired by Capstone to do the real readings. So it's really a nice thing. Works on all devices, laptop, desktop, iPhones, Android, everything works in everything. You also get your admin account where you can check your user stats whenever you need to. We've got a lot of nice support there. So that's all together in with PebbleGo. It's already included in your subscription. So here's the bronze. This is your original set of the 5 modules that came out a number of years ago, and it's been expanded and added. So it's animals, science, biographies, social studies, and health. These are also available in Spanish. So if you want the Spanish dual language model, you can do that. Just add Spanish and you get all those. But what we're seeing now is there's a lot of demand now for PebbleGo Next. This is the next level higher. This serves those grades 3 through 5 right on reading level, but it also gives middle school or 3 through 8 something that can be applicable for high-low. So you've got a lot of good stuff here. And if you ask WiLS to update your PebbleGo subscription, just ask for Next, and we automatically have this fall, you get 25 free ebooks loaded in your account. So that's a really nice deal. And these are front list ebooks. These are really nice ones. So you're going to get those automatically put right into your PebbleGo account. And then when you click on that green ebooks tab, you're going to see those 25 free ones that pop right up for you. So these are some really nice, just a great way to expand your content and have some really good support to the state standards all the way across. You get that professional audio, you get all the same supports, the same look and feel that you get throughout all of the PebbleGo that you are familiar with. Spanish is the other one. This is K2 now, and 3.5 is coming next year. Here are the ebooks, and we're running a really terrific special on ebooks this fall. If you want to build your own custom library, this is the time. There's a lot of great stuff here, and you can build it, you can line it to all the standards. You can do it to themes, to topics. You can ask for our help, and we'll help you out, just to really get that digital collection going that really gives you a lot of great stuff. So that's your fall special right here. And if you're a PebbleGo subscriber with WiLS, you automatically qualify. Otherwise, the ebooks are on their own at $39.99. You can get them at $15 each, no limit. So there's a lot of great stuff here, just as a thank you to our PebbleGo subscribers. And just to remind you about the copy link, you can take the link for any of our content, the articles, the books, everywhere. You can pop those into your learning management system. So if you're using Google Classroom or Canvas or Seesaw or anything you're using, you have the rights to pop those right in because you're getting them straight from the publisher. Capstone produced it. You get the copyright and you can use it however you want within your school district. So it's a really nice thing. So the digital tools, Capstone Connect, this would be connecting into all of the state standards. You can do searches and book lists based on all of those. By itself, it's $7.50 with WiLS. You can add it on to your PebbleGo. And then Create is that digital makerspace. And the demo at the end that I'll pass along, you can dive into this a little bit more deep on your own time on that one. And you can have the students work on their own projects with the Bunsey partnership that is PebbleGo Create. A lot of good stuff there. This is the other fall special I wanted to bring to your attention. Besides the $15 ebooks, this is the digital special for both tools together, Create and Connect, for $8.99, which is awesome. It's going to be going up to $1,500. So now's the time to, if you're thinking about either one or both, you get them both, and you get them both for a year at the nice lower price with WiLS. If you already have Connect, thank you. And if you already have Create, thank you. You can add the other one for only $149. Make sure you get that in before December 15th, and you can really save some money. The other exciting new development is our new integrations. Google Classroom, we've already been on with them. Clever just announced. So now we've got the PebbleGo Clever app integrated. So it's right in there. Your digital tools for Connect and Create, if you subscribe to those, are going to be right in Clever. ClassLink is coming out later this fall. So stay tuned and send us an email if you want ClassLink, and we'll be able to get that for you very shortly. We've got some really nice support sessions that Capstone has launched. These are webinars, anywhere ranging from 15 minutes to an hour. You can go right on the live sessions and just click and register. And all of those are going to be rolling out through October, November, December. There's a bunch of dates to choose from. And these are a nice chance to interact directly with our national consultants on a live basis. The PebbleGo.com/resources, you're probably familiar with those, but just a reminder, you can share those out. These are all free. Content maps, home connections, and the choice boards, and also the blogs. So you've got a lot of great free stuff there that's all coming from Capstone directly to support your PebbleGo subscription and all of the Capstone content. So the level up, that's the one that we're running this fall. If you're going from bronze, the original K2, and you want to add that next level, or if you want to add Spanish, you're going to get the 25 free ebooks included. Just ask WiLS for that, and you can get that going anytime between now and mid-December. And here's your demo. This is good for another month, so you get a free month to check out everything. And this is a great way to see all 6,000 plus ebooks and kind of, create your own list. Say, okay, wish list, and you have your account on shop.capstonepub.com. You can add them on and just kind of like save your list, and you can share it out. And whatever you need to do there, this is a full access pass. So you'll have that for a month. And if you have any questions about that, please get in touch with us. We'll be happy to help out. And the $15 ebooks, that's probably our biggest promotion of the year. That's really a hot one. So I wanted to bring your attention, and thank to WiLS for the time today. We really appreciate it, Jeff. And if there's any Capstone or PebbleGo questions later, just get in touch with us. We're happy to help anytime.
Marty, holy smokes. I mean, I'm like leaning back in my chair from the amount of awesome information and the awesome refresh of the kind of visual appeal of the site is fantastic, and all of the great specials and promotions available to the members. I don't know how I'm not even going to fit all that into a follow-up email, but we'll find a way. We did have a question come in before we pivot to our next presenter. Raquel asked, where can we find the educator page? I don't know if that's easy to answer right now, or if you want to kind of send that along later. I'll leave that up to you.
It's on the main navigation. If you go, it'll have PebbleGo Next, and then it'll have Create or whatever else the district is subscribing to. Just click on one of those, and you can also click on Settings. That's the sprocket wheel, and that'll open up some of your educator tools. I think that would be the best way to go to the sprocket and go from there. If you have more questions, if you aren't able to find exactly what you're looking for, just shoot us an email, and we can put you in the right direction on that.
Thank you so much, Marty. Thanks for that. Thanks for all of the information that you shared today, and for joining us.
Thank you, Jeff.
Right. Let me get us ready. I'm not going to use another golf metaphor. I'm just going to say I'm going to get us ready for our next presenter coming to us again, joining us again from TDS Health, somebody that I'm always delighted to see, Shannon. Shannon, are you ready to take over for another Taco Tuesday?
I'm ready. Thanks, Jeff. I really appreciate it. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Hopefully you can see the screen here now.
Good. Looks good.
Thanks, Jeff. I appreciate it. I love joining Taco Tuesday and sharing some information about our products. So I really appreciate your time and reaching out to me. Earlier this year, in the Taco Tuesday, I did an overview on one of the TDS Health products, Anatomy TV, brought to you by Primal Pictures. So we did a general overview on the company and all the products that are available. Well, since that time, they've added a brand new module called 3D Embryology, as well as expanded another one of the anatomy modules, the real-time functional anatomy. So I'm going to focus today on those updates. Let's go. So I already focused on the Primal Pictures product earlier in the year. It's been around for over 30 years. It's all created on real scan data, so everything is completely accurate. And they cover education for anatomy from anywhere from high school A&P through all of the higher education and also into the clinical setting. So as I mentioned, we want to focus today on a couple of their products, the embryology and real-time functional. So embryology is their brand new module. We're very excited about it. The embryology topic is extremely difficult to both teach and learn, simply because the embryo so quickly evolves and changes over the course of just, a couple days to weeks. It's just constantly updating and changing. And the resources on the market today, most of them are textbooks or 2D illustrations. There are some online resources, but they're not very in-depth or as comprehensive as what Primal is offering right now. One of the other challenges they have is that there's no courses specific to embryology. So the faculty instructors have to find time to teach this really important but difficult topic in their curriculum. So what Primal has done is created the 3D embryology module. It is 14 3D models covering weeks 3 to 8 of the embryo development. Now they will be working on extending this out further as well, but this is a really super important stage of embryo development. They offer the 3D models that cover Carnegie stages 7 through 23. And if in the courses it's taught via developmental days rather than Carnegie stages, that's available as well. So they have the side-by-side comparisons of the embryos through weeks 3 through 8. Plus they have over 20 preset views divided by systems or structural development stages. There's a ton of interactive functionality as with all the other real-time modules in Primal. So adding and removing structures, hiding them, ghosting, examining, and really viewing in 360 degrees from any perspective. So it really helps the student learn that spatial awareness. And then some additional tools, labeling, pinning, drawing, for the instructors to create their custom assessments. Of course, everything's available easily for educational purposes, so sharing and saving and such. And then it also has a free mobile app for the students. So who will use the embryology? So it's students, instructors, and clinicians for patient education. Very big in medical schools. It's a topic every medical student needs to learn, as well as dentistry, nursing, biomedical sciences, and of course, anatomy courses. And then, as I mentioned, for clinical practice, it's great for patient education. So I'm just going to quickly give you a little overview of what it looks like. This is the Primal homepage. We have tons of modules I touched on earlier. I'm going to pop up our embryology. Okay. So great visual with all the real time. You have the ability to move the model in any direction possible, zoom in and out, move it around on the screen. I'm just using my mouse. On the left-hand side, we have some tools and features. such as saving favorites. There's some settings. We have our interactive labeling, pinning, and drawing tools. You have the ability to save the images or share links back to this exact area within the product. You can add those to your learning management system, your PowerPoints, emails, or any other resources you need to. Kind of the core of this information here are these individual stages of the embryo. So if I open this up, it works as a table of contents. We can view all of these various stages of the embryo. There's the 3-stage comparison. So you can see the previous embryo stage, the one you want to focus on, and the next one, just to give that ability to view the differences between those stages. And then you can look at all the stages at the same time. So kind of a lot you can do there. And just to give you that ability to view all the changes during the various days. I had also mentioned the structural development. So these germ layers are extremely important in embryology, ectoderm, endoderm, and mesoderm, as well as limb development, pharyngeal arch development, and such. So we can really break these down. You can see here the limb development and go through and view what has been added and changed as the embryo grows and develops. So I'm going to go back up here to the individual stage. We'll just take a look at one here. Let's go here. And now, as I mentioned, there's a lot of tools and features. So you can highlight and completely hide some of these structures and see behind it. You can ghost it out and still see the outline of the structure, but see behind it. You can examine it, turns everything else into an X-ray mode, and so forth. And then on the right-hand side, these are the developmental days. If you want to look at specific developmental days, what that looks like, you can open it up and add and remove all the individual structures to really get in and do kind of an online virtual dissection. And then, as I mentioned, we have the favorites. We have some settings. Here in the settings, I can change here developmental days to the Carnegie stages. As you'll see, if you're familiar with Carnegie stages and that's how you teach, you can use the stages or the developmental days. We have outlines only, which is kind of a cool feature for all of those. Let's see if I can remove that. And then we turn on the outlines. It gives kind of a coloring book. If you do that for teaching, let me open this up and turn that off. And then we also have, as I mentioned, you can add labels, customize the labels, the pins, and all the drawing tools to create your own assessment. So you can really get in depth to learn about those, the embryology and stages of embryology. So next, we'll touch on real-time functional anatomy quickly. Now this is a module that they offered over the past year or two, but they really did some significant updates to it. Now this product is going to be amazing for any programs such as kinesiology, exercise science, PT, OT, physiotherapy, and sports science. Really anyone who needs to learn the anatomy of movement. And this product gives the students the ability to view movement in 360 degrees and really interact with those, the movements and such. So there's 73 functional and 10 gross motor movements with the ability to dissect and hide and grow structures. 54 animations with interactive goniometers, which is very important in kinesiology and PT and so forth. And just tons of additional modules and the opportunity to really interact with those modules. So I will jump into that real quick. And we'll go to functional, the real-time functional. Give you just a brief overview of what that looks like. Takes a moment to load. Hopefully my internet will work. Okay, got it. Gives you a brief kind of navigation on what's available and how to use it, first off. And then you can choose whatever area of the body or the whole body, whatever you want to focus on. So we will take a look at maybe the whole body. You have three options. You can view gross anatomy, the functional movements, or the goniometry. So we'll hop into gross anatomy first. On the left-hand side, we do have, our settings, the ability to save imagery and use in materials. We have your kind of ability to draw, your drawing pad and so forth on here, and some text information. Here again, this works as a table of contents, so we can look at various areas of the body. So if I want to look at the shoulder, for example, I can open that up and go to specific models, such as the rotator cuff or whatnot. We will function maybe the shoulder of the arm. And then again, same with embryology in our real-time modules, we have the ability to really move this model in any way we want. Everything is labeled. We can highlight it. It tells me it's the deltoid, middle part. There is a little T for text box, so the student can read up on all the structures if they want. We have the ability, same as we did previously on the bottom, to hide, to ghost out and see behind that structure, to examine in X-ray mode, and to inspect just that structure on its own. On the right-hand side, you have the ability to add and remove individual structures or structures as a whole. So under the muscles, I can add the muscles of the body. I can remove them all. I can open up this tab and just add individual structures and remove them as I want to. So it really just gives the student the ability to look at the spatially, how structures are set up next to each other, learn what they're called and whatnot, so that basic gross anatomy. Under the functional movements, we also have the ability to do some ghosting and hiding and adding and removing, again, of some structures. But we can play through the video and see these structures in action, turn the model in any way we want. I can just play through the video. I can loop it and play through it. We have the labeling of all the materials. I can hide and ghost those items as well. So it's really just giving them the ability to see how that movement is. And then there are tons and tons of different interactive videos from face, eye, trunk, pelvic, shoulder, elbow, and so forth down through the gross motor movements. And the last is the goniometry. So we'll just choose one, and it gives that goniometer, which is the measurement of the movement of the muscle. If you play through, you can see it moves the goniometer. I can move this any way possible, and then it shows me the degree of the movement here, 92 degrees. So there's a ton involved with this. There's so much, I just don't have the time to really show everything today. But if anyone's interested in learning a bit more, they want a demo, they want a trial of either of the products, feel free to reach out to me. Jeff also has my contact information, and I'd love to show you the product.
Thank you, Shannon. I think I say this every time you join us, but whenever I see something new from TDS Health, I'm always like, Wow. Oh my gosh. And there are like use cases and like utility that I never even would have considered. Like you started out talking about embryonic development. Like, well, yeah, right? Like it's days, right? This thing looks radically
Oh,
different 2 days later. So being able to
exactly.
like freeze time for a moment and really get that really deep 3D view of something that only exists for moments, right? In real life.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
Exactly. Such a tough topic. It's pretty awesome. Very excited about it.
So
And
cool.
thanks for giving us the time to present. Appreciate it.
Well, it's all our pleasure. We'll be glad to have you back again someday soon. Thanks,
Thanks,
Shannon.
Jeff.
All right, I'm gonna bring us to our final presenter for today. Joining us for another Taco Tuesday, perennial Taco Tuesday favorite, Tina Roller. Tina, thanks for joining us here from Scholastic. Are you ready to take over?
I am always ready for you, Jeff. Come on.
All right, take it away. Take us home, Tina.
All right. So let me get my screen pulled up here. I have done so many Taco Tuesdays. We're kind of taking a spin off a different, I'm covering everything here. Since we're getting back to school and you're trying to make the most of your common school funds, let's start at the beginning. So as many of you know, I think I saw Raquel Rand on here earlier. Hi, Raquel. Many of the schools in Wisconsin already have some digital programs, and all of these are discounted through WiLS. I partner with WiLS to make your experience in purchasing easy peasy. We have complimentary subscriptions available for all of our programs. So one thing that we need, I can't work my mouse. Students and teachers and parents need trusted sources of credible, accurate, reliable information to serve as a baseline or jumping off point for deeper research and learning. And that's where your digital programs come in. In time, your students will learn how to verify information, but to start, they need to have access to information that's already verified in order to focus on learning. Obviously, the place to start is not Google or Wikipedia. We all know how that works for you. So all of our programs are web-based. You have unlimited users, 24/7 access, mobile compatibility, can be used school-wide, library-wide, at home, and great resources. Each program that we have has unit videos, an audio read aloud, lesson plans, vetted web links, multiple text types, as well as all of the free training. I don't have our BookFlix listed on here, but BookFlix is the start of our Flix suite. BookFlix is going to pair those fiction and nonfiction titles. So you're going to get Click, Clack, Moo, Cows That Type paired with Let's Visit a Dairy Farm. We also have some great narrators with Scholastic. Click Clack Moo is probably one of my favorites because it's a cow book and it's narrated by Randy Travis. I mean, come on, who better to do a cow book? We have other great narrators like James Earl Jones, Meryl Streep, and Cheech Marin. So you can't go wrong with some of our narrators. BookFlix currently has 159 pairs of titles, and 41 of those pairs are available in both English and Spanish. BookFlix is intended for pre-K through 3rd grade and is your learning to read program. After BookFlix, they're going to transition into TrueFlix, which is reading to learn. TrueFlix currently has about 235 units in it. So first they're going to watch that video to build background knowledge. Then they're going to transition to read it, which is where they're going to transition to our ebook True Book. If you have a copy of the True Book in your library or in your classroom set, this is going to mirror that ebook. This is intended, TrueFlix is intended for grades 3 through 5 and does have a focus of science and social studies. And you can see I used this before. This units has upgraded. We are now at 235 units divided between science and social studies. Our next step is Science Flix. See what we did there. Science Flix is grades 5 and up. It is science intensive. This program is a little bit different from our other digital programs where they're going to watch it. Again, build that background knowledge, something that all test scores are lacking in. And then they're going to transition to read it. Read It is an article that was written specifically for Science Flix at 3 different reading levels and also has a Spanish component to it. They're then going to dive deeper, teach those kids not to be surface learners, and really dive into the meat of the program. You're going to explore more, which is going to link you to some encyclopedia articles, primary sources, digital materials, as well as go to some related websites. All of our websites are vetted on a regular basis. We then have a science lab, which includes some research materials for you, as well as many of the units have their own makerspace right involved, so they can do a science unit right within there. We have the What Do You Think and Show What You Know. These are also available, the Show What You Know in TrueFlix and Science Flix are available as printable quizzes so that you can do a soft assessment within the classroom. Since the students are logging in individually and not using a individual username and password, you have a one building username and password. There's no way to track if they take the Show What You Know quiz online. So we've offered that as a soft assessment for you. Science Flix also offers careers in science. And up in the upper right-hand corner of all of our programs, you see teaching resources. These are where you're going to find your downloadables and all of your great materials on top of the materials that I have to send out to you to help promote it to your staff, students, and parents. We're going to cover all strands of scientific learning within Science Flix, multiple reading levels to ensure that each student can obtain content and knowledge at a variety of different reading levels. And like I said, we do offer that hands-on learning approach. Next in our suite of digital programs is Scholastic Go. Scholastic Go is your encyclopedia resource. You can view articles, images, videos, sidebars, charts, maps, graphs, lots of great material here, and too much to share in the short little 15 minutes that I get through WiLS. Again, with all of our programs, I am able to send you a complimentary subscription, and all you have to do is reach out to me, or if you forget to write down my contact information, as always, you can contact WiLS and say, hey, who's that crazy lady from Scholastic? And Jeff will know right away, you're talking about Tina. Let's get you into her, and he can transfer me all of your information. Scholastic Go does have a built-in dictionary for automatic word lookup, as well as lesson plans, standard correlations to state and national standards. One of our newer programs is Watch and Learn. Watch and Learn Library is a resource of real-life videos, again, to build that background knowledge. I know that that's one thing that all of my librarians are telling me is a huge pain point. This is going to be designed for pre-K through 3rd and has these real-time videos, so you're not going to YouTube and not going to the internet where you're worried about ads or something else popping up while you're in the classroom. We do have Spanish versions of these videos, and we have think sheets and some other great materials to go along with these units. Watch and learn videos are going to help you build knowledge and excitement. Like I said, there's hundreds of nonfiction videos as well as vocabulary builder, a quiz whiz, closed captioning, available in Spanish, and all of those think sheets. The last program, and probably Jeff's most exciting one, because he just saw it last year at a conference for the first time, was Teachables. Teachables is available with your Common School funds and offers printables for your teachers to use with the students, as well as monthly packets, great election materials in here. Anything that your little heart can desire, you can pretty much search on Teachables and find some printable materials. We offer mini books, also summer reading packs. So a lot of great materials that your teachers can print off for your students, but also that you can have your parents log into and print off materials that they can do from home, which is great for any of those students that are working at home for whatever reason. All of our programs, we offer some materials, which include some posters, as well as some printable bookmarks to help you promote these programs. I do recommend adjusting the bookmarks a little bit and can assist you in making sure that those are printed correctly so that you can promote them to your staff, students, and parents. We have printable letters for all of our programs, as well as newsletters. These newsletters do come out quarterly now, but it's a great way to share this information with your teachers without saying, don't forget we have TrueFlix, because the minute you say, don't forget we have, they're going to turn off and zone out. So this is a great way to say, hey, I saw this great material on the moon. Take a look at it. So these are available for all. We do offer training. This is a very old slide. I apologize. I did not update it. We have free videos that I can send out to you. I can also customize a training just for your school, and that is complimentary. We have implementation guides as well as best practices. And for our Flix programs, we do have quick start guides. I also have available some promotional materials for BookFlix in the form of fall, winter, and spring reading challenges, customizable reading challenges. For TrueFlix, and ScienceFlix and Scholastic Go, we have a scavenger hunt that you can give to the students. And by the time they're done with that scavenger hunt, they're going to know how to utilize the program. I don't know what just happened here. There we go. Jeff, I tried to go fast because I know we were a little bit behind. Here's my name, here's my email, my phone number. If you need anything, please do not hesitate to reach out. Like I said, if you happen to lose my contact information, call Jeff, email WiLS. They have me on speed dial. I got you. You don't have to do anything for the Scholastic programs. If you're interested, you reach out, you get a complimentary subscription. You tell me that you want to purchase through WiLS, and Jeff and I will partner together and take care of the rest and get it added to your MyWiLS portal.
Tina, thank you so much. As always, I mean, I think the content that you're showing for our members and for their students is great. It's top notch, but I'm always really taken aback by like like the support, like the implementation guides and the help for the faculty, the help for the librarians to really get the most out of the resources that they're getting from you. So I think all of that, as always, Tina, thank you so much for showing us something really cool and special today. And I don't think you're crazy. I think you're fantastic. And we're just
Oh,
like,
come on. People call and say that crazy lady from Scholastic. You know, you're thinking that's Tina.
if someone asked for you by that description, I guess I would know who they were talking about. But it's always a delight to have you here. Thanks again for joining us.
Always.
Well, we have come to the end of another Taco Tuesday. Thank you to everyone who presented today. Thank you to those of you who joined us live. Thank you to those of you watching the recording. As everybody said, feel free, please do, we're begging, please reach out if you've got any questions, if you want follow-ups, if you need a trial, if you need a price quote, or anything else. Please feel free to reach out to us here at coop@wils.org. That's always the best way to get to a member of the cooperative purchasing team here at WiLS. I think everybody here also shared their own contact information. We'll include that in the follow-up email as well. They'll be happy to talk to you too. And I guess there's nothing else to say other than thank you again to all 4 of our great presenters and all of our WiLS members for joining us. We'll be here again 2 more weeks, another Taco Tuesday, October 29th. So please join us then. And everybody have a great afternoon. Hopefully you're getting some nice weather. Carter, I'm sorry you're in the 90s. What can I say? But it's nice here. It's nice and cool. So I'm going to try and get a little bit of outside time this afternoon. All right. Take care, everyone, and have a great afternoon.